Okay, now we're into adult thrillers. Okay, the first book we're going to talk about is The Collective. I have talked about Collective in one of my rating 2021 mystery thriller releases, and my thoughts are the same, even though I filmed that a month ago, over a month ago. And my thoughts are basically I really enjoyed it. This was amazing. I read it in not in one sitting. I was definitely standing. I was like walking to my nearest Shoppers Drug Mart, which is 3.5 kilometers away, and I was like, okay, I'll like listen to it on my walk. And then this book happened, and then I like came after I was done, so like I took the long way there and long way back because this book was so good and I just wanted to keep listening to it. Yeah, so it was amazing. I already mentioned that. Why am I repeating myself? It's about this mother who lost her daughter, but she knows what happened to her and who killed her, but she can't do anything because there's no evidence. And then there was this mysterious woman who hands her a card for the collective, and the collective is made up of mothers who take revenge on people who wrong their children. It was so fast paced, so thrilling, and the ending I did not see coming. I genuinely enjoyed it, I guess. Why am I saying I guess? Like, I definitely enjoyed it. Pick this one up if you're looking for something like, what was that? Okay, something fast paced, thrilling, very something to make your heart beat faster, I guess. Pick this one up, give this one a try. The next one I also loved. Oh my god, why is my Mac out of charge? Like, I just charged it. Okay. All Her Little Secrets. Oh my god, I have over half the books to go. Okay, I'll try to hurry up. All Her Little Secrets. It's about this lawyer whose boss gets killed. Like, one day she gets to the office and sees that he's dead. And she was also having an affair with him. And after his death, people from the company are promoting her to his job, even though he just died. It was so fast-paced, so thrilling, but also it made me cry at some parts. Definitely a 5-star read. I would have voted for this if I had read it earlier in the year. But I guess it like came out so late in the year. It came out November 2nd, so it didn't stand a chance in the Goodreads Choice Awards thing, which was so unfair because this was a really good book. Anyway, I also cried at some points, I guess, because it was really good. Okay, A Flicker in the Dark. I just finished it. I genuinely enjoyed it. I did not go into this book with high expectations because I don't think many people on Instagram liked it much, and like I saw a few reviews from people who have book of the month also not enjoy it, so I went into it with very low expectations. But this genuinely surprised me because I love this one. I mean, okay, I wouldn't call it love. I really like this one. I would give it a 4 stars. It's about this girl who is kind of addicted to prescription substances. Hello? Why are you stomping over there? Okay, anyway. Where was I? Oh, okay. Yeah, so she is not, and then her, like, you go back and forth in time, like, you go back in time and you see, like, girls disappearing in her hometown, and you see the present tense where girls are disappearing and like their dead bodies are like popping up like they did back then, and like she thinks there's a copycat killer. I genuinely enjoyed it. I would give it a 4 stars. But then again, I really like books with shock value. Like, if you are not into books that are there to shock you, you might not be into it. Okay, although I say that, but I hate psychological thrillers, and there is a very specific reason to why I hate psychological thrillers. This one was definitely a mystery thriller. This one was not a psychological thriller. The reason I'm bringing up psychological thrillers is because I think psychological thrillers work because they have to, I don't know, throw your world upside down, and like authors have to craft this twist that will blow your mind. And I feel like a lot of authors kind of ignore the plot to make the book more shocking, and I don't like that. Okay, I'm just saying I don't like that. I like mystery thrillers with shocking plot twists, but I don't like psychological thrillers with shocking plot twists. I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining myself, explaining my tastes. Tell me, do you like mystery thrillers? Do you like psychological thrillers? Tell me what you like. Okay, the next book is a cozy mystery. Did I get a grade back? Yes. Oh my god, I'm scared. Ah, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Oh wow. The Maid. It's about this girl who gets framed for murder of this hotel guest. Okay, no. Of a guest in the hotel where she works. And she kind of also gets wrapped up in this mafia thing because as the author implied, because she was too naive to understand what is going on, and she really liked this guy, and he kind of manipulated her into doing his bidding, basically. I liked it. I think I gave it a 3.5 if I remember correctly. I might not. I probably gave it a 4. No, I definitely gave it a 4 when I first read it. Because it was really fun. I enjoyed the character of Molly. I don't know if like we will get a sequel because cozy mysteries are usually series, and this might not be. I don't think like the author plans to write any more in this universe, but if the author wants to, I would read it. Reckless Girls. Okay. I love Rachel Hawkins' first thriller. First, no, it wasn't her first book. The first thriller she released, The Wife Upstairs. I love that book so much. So I went into Reckless Girls with so much expectations, and I guess it was my fault because I thought since The Wife Upstairs was like a thriller, this too would be a thriller, but this is not a thriller. Like, you know, like I'd pull a Gabby Hanna and say, what was she saying? What was she like? Manage your expectations. I guess I should have managed my expectations. Anyway, this is not. Wait, that came out like I like Gabby Hanna, but like I watched way too many drama channel videos exposing her, so like I'm just gonna say that I don't like Gabby Hanna. I watch way too much YouTube. That's okay. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that this is a suspense. This is not a thriller. This is a gothic suspense, or is it even called gothic? I don't know if it's gothic. What is gothic? I don't know what gothic is, but this is definitely a suspense. So these people go to an island, and most of the book is them like partying on the island, and then something happens. Like, do not read the synopsis. Like, if you read the synopsis, it's gonna make you think it's a thriller. It is not. Like, the thing that is mentioned in the synopsis doesn't happen until 80% into the book. Okay, I'll tell you what it's about. I'll only tell you the things you need to know. So it's about Lux, who is an orphan, and she like leaves her life for her boyfriend Nico, and they like go to Hawaii, and he was like, okay, we're gonna travel, but now he's like, no, I don't want to travel, let's stay here. And these two girls show up, and they're like, okay, we'll pay you $50,000 if you take us to this island that's supposed to be amazing but also scary. And they go to this island, and they meet 2 other people there, and they like party all day, all night, secrets come out. That's it. That's the book. The book is mostly about them, about these 20-somethings partying on an island. If that's your vibe. Like, Okay, I feel like I'm just dissing it because I feel like a lot of people will like it because it's so like atmospheric. The island kind of reminds me of the island in Life of Pi. The If you have ever watched it, watch the movie where the island is alive and like it eats people. But like it gave me the same vibes because how pretty it was, but also like how many dark secrets it kept. I'm not telling you to read the book. I'm just telling you that this is not a thriller, that it is got a gothic suspense kind of book. Okay, I gotta hurry up. My laptop is running out of charge. Okay, the next book is My Darling Husband. It's by Kimberly Belle, which I should have known that I wouldn't like the book. Okay, I gave it a 3 stars, so I didn't hate the book. But all her books for me have been 3 stars. So this one was like, okay, I'm gonna give this author one last try. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna pick any of her books up in the future. And now I know to not pick up any of her books in the future. So it's about this woman whose husband is kind of into like shady deals because he was this restaurateur, but like he lost everything. And like there was a fire in his restaurant, and he's supposed to get this insurance payment thingy, and but and it's like from the like you see like him like digging himself deeper into the grave with all the bad business decisions he's making, and then you see her being kidnapped, not kidnapped, being held hostage in her own home with her 2 children. Yeah, so like this masked guy comes in, holds her at gunpoint, and like is like, okay, disable the cameras, and then like asks her husband for ransom. Okay, nothing more to talk about. Okay, no, I hated it. I can't explain you why I hated it so much. Mostly because it was boring. Okay, it was so boring. Like, I don't know. Um, like hostage situations are one of my favorite things in books. The Girls I Have Been, one of my favorite books ever. Hostage situation. This one, this one was so boring, so repetitive, and the ending did not make sense. Like, what the hell was that ending? I don't understand. Like, if you like her books, can you explain me what the ending was supposed to be? Because that did not land for me. Okay, The Replacement Wife. I love this one. Okay, but I am having a very hard time remembering what it's about because I read it in a very chaotic time. But like I finished it, even though I was like super busy back when I was like reading it. Anyway, it's about this girl who suspects that her brother-in-law might be a serial killer because his ex-wife died suspiciously and his fiance went missing also suspiciously, and she starts suspecting him of like killing them, getting rid of them. And now, not even 3 months after his missing fiance, he has a new girlfriend who is giving the main character, Elisa, major red flags. I love this one so much. This one was so fast, so zippy, so thrillery. Although, like, not as good as her first book, which was Pretty Little Wife. Just gonna put it out there. I would give it a 4 stars, whereas Pretty Little Wife was a 5. But this one was still good, so I have no complaints. This hit the spot. This one was so twisty, so fun. Pick this one up if you're looking for something like really something that would punch you in the face with the twists. Okay, the next category is YA thrillers, and the first book I have here is Killer Content, which I genuinely enjoyed while I was reading this, but then the ending hit and it got so convoluted that I could not keep a straight face. I was reading it in the car, and I could not keep a straight face when the twist hit. So it's about these people. So like think Hype House. Like they're all TikTokers, they're all famous teenagers, and then one day there's a murder, and all of them are suspects. It was so fun. I genuinely enjoyed the first 80% of the book. I liked most of the characters. Some of them, not so much. Some of them deserved what was happening to them, but I also liked some of them, so I can't complain. 50% of the character is tolerable, the other 50% not. I mean, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good ratio, in my opinion. Very tropical. Well, it takes place in LA, so of course it is. It was so YA thrillery. Like, if you like YA thriller, this one was a solid one. If you don't mind over the top twists, pick this one up and don't even think twice about it. But if you're not into those kinds of things, skip it. So this is going to be a very this book is going to be a very hit or miss. I don't know where you land on the twists, so depending on what you're craving, what you're in the mood for, what kind of a reader you are, give this one a try or don't, or stay far away from it. Oh no, I forgot this one. The Sorority Martyr. It's about this popular sorority girl who died under mysterious circumstances, but her killer was never found. Like, the police had this suspect that they like honed in on, and they never like could find the guy. So this guy starts a podcast to bring new information out in the light. He also teams up with this ex-marshal who gives him tips along the ways about interrogating witnesses, and it was so good, so fun. I thought, wait, what did I give? I definitely reviewed it on my Instagram. I gave it a 4 stars on my Instagram. Okay, so like, this book I read like compulsively. When I read it, I just came back to Toronto and I was insanely jet lagged. So I put it in at like 12 a.m. and I'm like, okay, if it's boring, it's gonna put me to sleep. If it's not, I'll have something to do for like 3 hours. And when I tell you, I was up till daylight so I could finish this. Oh my god, so good. Now that I think about it, it's more of a 4.5 than 4 because this one definitely stuck with me. I really like the murder aspect. Like, okay, so the ending. Oh no. I remember why I gave it a 4. I definitely like deducted half a star for the ending because the ending was a bit too much for me. Yeah, let's just say that. So that's the only reason it's not a 4.5. Okay, it's coming back to me. Well, my rational. Oh my god. Can I speak?
Rationale.
My rationale for giving this book a 4. And 4 is not a bad rating, but like I definitely enjoyed the book up until the ending. Hopefully this would be a series. Can this be a series? I would be so pumped if this is a series. Because I really like the main 2 characters, like the podcast dude and the marshal lady. So I want to see more of them. I have another YA thriller. This one is by a really famous author. You Will Be the Death of Me. It's about these 3 friends who decide to skip school, but then they find the dead body of a classmate. So, and I forgot why they start investigating the murder, but they do. They start like finding stuff out, and like it's all set in like one day, which I genuinely enjoy. But this book did not work for me. I'd give it a 3 stars. So it's definitely like a fun, solid read. I just didn't enjoy it as much as her name, Catherynne, and McManus's other books, which I really enjoy most of her books. So I was kind of bummed that I didn't enjoy this one. Did I do a good enough job explaining the synopsis? I don't think so. Tell me if I should improve the way I talk about books. Tell me if I should give more information on books when I'm talking about them. I feel I go into books without knowing much about them. So I want you to go into books without knowing much about them, because I feel like going into books almost blind is the best way to enjoy books. I never read synopsis. I don't read reviews or listen to reviews. I see a book in a genre I might like. I vaguely read the description. Vaguely. Definitely not all of the description. I skim the synopsis. And then I'm like, okay, am I going to like this? Then I read it. And if it's in my library, if I like the cover, I borrow it. I put a hold on it. I borrow it. I read it. And that might be a bad thing. That might be why I keep reading so many duds. Because I don't do enough research before going into books. But it also helped me find so many books that I never would have picked up if I had known what it was about. So I only try to give you guys the information that you absolutely need to make a decision. I don't want you to like know too much about the book where like you're 50% into it and then you're like, oh yeah, she already told me this was gonna happen, so I don't want that to happen to you. So, but if my synopses are too short, are too, I don't know, non-descriptive, too vague, tell me. I'll try to improve the way I talk about books when I'm recommending them. Okay, the last category is horror. The first one is Comfort Me with Apples. I definitely talked about this book before in one of my Goodreads Choice Award videos. They're like so long. Oh my god. Why did I talk for so long? Oh, I had to talk about a bunch of books, so that's why. This one is about this weird neighborhood at this woman who has the perfect life, the perfect husband, but something is not right. She feels it in her bones that something isn't right, and she keeps finding hair and nails and fingers around her house, but she's also doesn't want to ask her husband because she doesn't want to disturb the peace, so she like keeps it to herself. And yeah, that's her life, I guess. No judgments, I say, while I'm judging the book. This book is so weird. Like, this book I gave a 5 stars to, like, but this would not be everyone's thing. Like, I cannot explain to you how weird this book is. Oh my god, is this book weird? But oh my god, I just listened what I just said. So if you know what this book is about, you'd find it funny. If you don't know what this book is about, it will not make sense to you. Okay, anyway. It's horror, but it's not like scary horror. It's more like this like feeling of airiness, creepiness. That's like very slow horror thing. So that's the kind of horror it is. I genuinely enjoyed it. I would tell you not to read it because this is not going to be everyone's thing, and I don't want you to read it and blame me. So I'm just putting it out there that don't read the book. But if you do end up reading the book, tell me if you like it, because I still think about this. Okay, the last book in this video is going to be It Will End Like This. It's about these 2 sisters whose mom died unexpectedly, and they think their father and their new stepmom, who their father was cheating on their mom. That did not make sense. So there's this woman their father was cheating on their mom with, and like a few weeks after their mom died, he's engaged to this really young girl, and it is very creepy. Oh my god, was it? I should stop saying that. I should not say that. Because I realize people here are offended by that. Oh my goodness, was this book creepy. Oh, okay. I can't explain it. I can't explain it to you why this was so creepy, but like, I wish I could do a full spoilery video on it because this blew my mind. I would give it a 4.5 stars because the ending took the cake. Oh my god, I'm still confused. Okay, stop saying that. OMG, I'm still confused about the ending. I don't know what to believe and what not to believe because whoa, what happened there? I am so confused. I loved it. Still confused though. And that was definitely the author's intentions because like there's a author's note at the end and she was like, yeah, I wanted readers to be confused. So if you're into like ambiguous endings, read this. Like if you tell me you like ambiguous endings in thrillers and horrors and mysteries, I will tell you to pick this book up because holy, all the adults in this book suck to the all. So yeah, tell me if you read this. Definite, like DM me on Insta if you have read this because I wanna connect to more readers who have read this because I want to talk about this one and I cannot talk about this in a video because spoilers. Okay, I'm trying to keep all my videos spoiler free, but if you would like to see me talk about books I really liked or really hated, because those are the books I have more to talk about, tell me if you'd like to see me talk about those books more in depth, like with spoilers. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you have not gotten to this point because this was a really long video and my voice is going away. So I'm gonna shut up now. Also, I feel like this is going to be a series on my channel where I read like new-ish releases and talk about them. But tell me if you would still like to see me do a monthly wrap-up because some of these I read in January. So I don't know if I should do a January wrap-up or not because I talked about most of these in like other videos and like I have other recommendation videos coming. So like, would you still wanna see a wrap-up video? Let me know. Tell me what to do. I usually don't watch wrap-ups on YouTube, on Booktube. I watch a lot of Booktube, but I usually don't watch wrap-ups. So that's why I haven't made a wrap-up yet, but I know it's something a lot of people like to see. I read a disgusting amount of books in January, even though I should know that better. I should like cut back on the amount of books I read because this is not sustainable. This is not sustainable for me. But I don't like being alone with my thoughts, so I have to constantly be reading or watching YouTube. So if I'm not on YouTube, I'm reading or I'm watching lectures or I'm doing assignments. I have to be like constantly go. I'm never bored, and that's why I don't have any free time, and that's why I have no friends. Okay, I just exposed myself. Anyway, if you'd like to be my book friend or my friend in general, DM me. Oh no, I just took off my makeup. Oh wow, amazing end to the video. Okay, if you want to be my friend, DM me on Insta. We can buddy read books. I'll do like a library book haul, like all the books I borrowed from library, because I need to return them soon, and if anyone wants to buddy read with me, that would make me motivated to read them because some of them I kind of don't want to read, honestly. But I'm already like 30-40% into like 5 books, so I kind of want to finish them, but I'm also not liking them much, so I don't know if I should DNF them or if I should finish them and talk badly about them. Yeah, so that's my dilemma. I'll stop talking and I'll let you go. I ramble enough. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment down below for like video ideas. I still don't know how to make end videos.